Dion, I just told you offline. I'm about to do something I've rarely done in our roughly 6 year friendship right now. I'm about to vehemently disagree with you and put you on the spot. You have been coming on this channel weekly all summer. I don't know how you're avoiding me while doing it, but you've done it with Ralph, you've done it with Riley, you've done it with Cart roughly 4 times, and you keep praising a single player named Cohen Carr. First, it was just praise. It was like, I think he could be all Big Ten. I expect a breakout year. Then it was like, I think he could be an All American. I expect a breakout year. Then it was like, well, yeah, he is a lottery pick. Then it was like, no, he's more skilled than Jonathan Kuminga right now. I've seen the progression. I've heard all of this. And I need you to know I disagree with you so much, and I can't believe anyone's letting you get away with this. But I digress. The point is, your love for Cohen Carr is so irrationally high that you are saying he's better than a 4 year NBA veteran right now, even though he's not even sniffing a mock board. But there's probably other players that you and I collectively are irrationally high on this year. Thus, therefore, we're going to come up with a list of 10 players we are irrationally high on coming into this year. You are allowed to choose Cohen Carr for this exercise. You are also allowed to fight back at me right now if you want to defend your Cohen Carr takes. But I will let you know you're not trampling over me like you have Riley and Carter all summer. I am here to push back on your ridiculous Cohen Carr beliefs. The floor is yours.
Well, I just want to say Ralph was the first one that did it. And he got away with it very first. And then I came back and doubled down. Yeah, so I think Kuminga stinks. That was less of a compliment to Cohen Carr as much as it was talking about Kuminga. Kuminga stinks. There are less NBA teams interested in Jonathan Kuminga than there are teams interested in Cohen Carr. Both of them aren't contracted by the NBA at the moment, by the way. So that's all I'm saying. No one wants Kuminga. Maybe no one wants Carr too. That's going to change in a few months. I think he is legitimately bigger, stronger, faster than anybody else that's going to play basketball this year.
He's
And I,
6'5".
yeah,
He's not bigger.
well, bigger like
He's just 6'5". He's just a
wi
good, muscular 6'5" guy.
wider, stronger, faster.
I mean, he's an athletic specimen. I'm not fighting you on that, but you're making this guy out like he's 6'10". With you talked about his ball skills. He doesn't even dribble.
It doesn't need to though. So that's the thing is he he does the thing Giannis does where we like Giannis can't dribble. If Giannis and I both do a dribbling drill together tonight, I'm a better ball handler than Giannis is. 100%. Cohen Carr can't dribble either. But when you take like the super long steps and then you just jump over people, no one notices the fact that you can't dribble.
I mean, this is extremely true. I'm not denying he's probably the best dunker on the planet that can breathe that is alive right now. But I just want to dial it back a little. But that's not the point. This exercise right now is for irrational belief. So are you going to lock in Cohen Carr as your number one irrational high player?
He's my number one, and I do want to let NBA teams know if they're serious about bringing the dunk contest back, we will take Cohen Carr in the lottery because that's how we bring the dunk contest back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I am okay with that. And you can lock that in. We can go like 5 for 5 each, five you, five me, or if we want to collaborate on some of these, that's fine. I am unless there's any names that come like completely to mind from other teams, I am going to try and frame this around some of the teams we talk a lot about because I think there's probably one to two on almost every team that I'm pretty irrationally high on right now. I'm going to start with the first name that just came to mind though, and I think a lot of people are high on this guy. So it's not like Cohen where I don't know, you're just kind of out in your own galaxy with your Cohen Carr belief. I think a lot of people share this belief with me. Christian Anderson
Yeah.
might end up the second best guard in the country this year. He's going to be incredible at Texas Tech. He was incredible for Team Germany in the FIBA World Cup this summer. I feel like he was already really ready last year on a team that had a senior point guard in Elijah Hawkins and a bunch of really talented players that needed the ball around him. And he still had some 20-point games where it was just like, what? Who's the little kid that's doing that? Now there's nothing other than JT Toppin, who's an All American. But in the backcourt, there's nothing. And Christian Anderson's going to do a lot of Trey Young like things. Yeah, I said it. Christian Andersen's my first on the list.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one, especially because I saw he just made the Germany national team too, like over the weekend. So I mean,
Wow.
I
Wow.
think that's massive to be a college kid. And that's not like a bad national team either. They won the gold medal at the World Cup.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. Hashtag Jawan Howard was right. Never forget. Jawan Howard commitment at one point, Christian Andersen.
my second one, I don't know. I think this kind of falls in line with Christian Andersen a little bit, where I think a lot of people are higher on him, but I do think I'm higher on him the most. Omier Meyer. I'm definitely not saying his name correctly. I know Purdue fans kill me for it. I have said this though. Everyone keeps saying who is Purdue's first round pick that's going to be the guy that helps them get to the national championship. It's him. He's very easily a first round pick in my opinion. I think he's going to wind up being closer to lottery than not, and that's why I say I would be irrationally higher on him.
Yeah, I like that. He was going to end up on my list if he didn't end up on yours. Are you scared about the numbers on him not getting to the rim at all? Have you heard those numbers at all from me?
I mean, I'm a little fearful, but I think it's harder to get to the rim in Europe when people are like trying to like hurt you. And I feel like he's gonna find it a little easier out here where it's a little bit softer.
It's honestly a pretty good point. Yeah, I can see that. All right. Okay, I started with one of my one of my three favorite point guards in the country. I can't forget Braden. Obviously, Braden's high. But I'm going to give you my third favorite point guard in the country right now. Another guy I think a lot of people are really high on. Rob Wright is awesome. And if Rob Wright wasn't on a team with AJ DeBonsa, the loudest freshman in NCAA history coming in, and then Richie Saunders, honestly one of the more unsung players in college basketball history. Like Richie Saunders should be a consensus first team All American this year, and no one's really framing him that way because DeBonsa's also there. I digress. If Rob Wright went to like any other team, if Rob Wright was on Kansas this year, if he was on Houston this year, if he was anywhere, we would be talking about Rob Wright as like breakout sensation All-American level player. And instead it's like, he's kind of the third wheel. What if he's not the third wheel? What if he's just incredible and everything's running through Rob Wright? I think that's what would be best for BYU. I think there's a world where that happens, and I'm all the way in on it. Today's video is sponsored by LabCorp On Demand. Carr, do you take care of yourself?
I try my best to, yeah.
Like not just treat yourself to expensive meals, but like you go to the doctor and things like that?
No, I just take care of myself. There's no need to go to the doctor unless I'm not taking care of myself, right?
Are you afraid of the doctor, Cart?
Just a little bit. I mean, if nothing's wrong, why would I go there?
Listen, I'm the same way, and so are millions of men across America. But that's why LabCorp On Demand is helping millions of people like us. With their men's health test, you can get a comprehensive look at your hormone levels, your total testosterone, and you don't even have to go to the doctor. It's easy, and you get the results the next day.
Testosterone, is that a big thing?
It's a really important thing, Cart. Sometimes you can feel off without even knowing something's wrong. But LabCorp On Demand wants to keep you healthy and wants to make it as easy as possible. Right now, you can get 20% off your men's health test by visiting our sponsor at tryelco.com/sleepersmedia. It's simple, affordable, and honestly, it's empowering to know that you're healthy and have this info about your body.
Didn't know that testosterone did all those things. I'm gonna have to take the guesswork out of this and go get my health checked out today using LabCorp On Demand.
Yeah, he was gonna be on my list. I love that. And honestly, I love that for us too, because if Rob Wright really is who we both think he's gonna be, we're talking about a team that could win a national title, and I think that's special. Um, my third one is one I think we're gonna agree on all of them besides Cohen Carr, by the way. But my third one's Adama Mara, 7'3", 240. The stuff he flashed in that video, I feel like he's kind of considered the third wheel with Merez and Yaxel. And I think that's very fair given how talented Merez and Yaxel are. Merez was arguably the best big on the U19 team, and Yaxel, he might be the best player in the country. Ade Mara didn't go to Michigan for no reason. Like he could have gone pretty much wherever he wanted to go. I think he went there because he knows how good he is. I'm irrationally high on him because I think we're going to get the version of him we expected to get at UCLA. It just might not necessarily be in the role that we want it to be in necessarily.
Yeah, I think that's fair. He is very clearly, I think, looked like the best big in all the stuff Michigan's put out this summer. I actually don't love that pick from you. Not because I haven't liked what I've seen this summer, but I was such an Adama Mara skeptic coming in. Him and Cano are the two where I'm like, I don't know if I see the vision on this one. I want, like, my rooting interest as a Michigan fan. I obviously want all of them to be good. If I could have it my way, Merez Johnson would destroy him every single day. And Merez Johnson would be the star big on this team. And you pair him with Yaxel. And now you got this huge German dude, Cordell, who's popping in practice too. So I don't know where Mara fits in. He's definitely looked better than Merez this summer. And I don't know what that means. I think it probably is fair to put him on this list. But I'll be honest, I was not going to put a Michigan player on this list. If I was, it probably would have been Kaysen. But Kaysen had such an iffy first year that I don't even know if I can put him on the list. So I'll let you do it. I'm glad my team got represented, and now we can move on. There's a pretty consistent theme with all of mine right now. I don't know what that means about me, but I'm moving here next. Aaden Lewis.
Mm.
I want you to rewind 12 months to last July, and we were covering Aaden's recruitment every day because we were talking about this crazy riser who's going to be a stud, but we were also covering Jeremiah Fear's decision to go to Oklahoma. And everyone was like, what's he doing? This is a horrible move. It's not going to help him. He's throwing away his career. No, in hindsight, it helped him be a lottery pick because he went somewhere that let him do whatever the hell he wanted every single possession. And I think Aaden Lewis is in that exact same situation. I don't know if Aaden Lewis would actually be on this list if he was at Kentucky or if he was somewhere else. But at Villanova, even though I don't like his coach, at Villanova on this roster, he's going to have to do everything. And this is a kid who has always bet on himself. I think he can do everything. And I think there's a world that he's the lottery pick that no one sees coming next year.
Whoa.
Yep.
I mean, I love the idea of betting on a Caden as he bets on himself. So
Yep.
I will say that. I love that.
I've
Um,
put three small point guards on my list who I consider really fun, and I don't know what to do with that.
I'm gonna add a four small point guard to this list. It's in the same realm as yours is. I don't know if he qualifies. I'm willing to come up with a new one if you say this is probably not the best pick, but Darius Acuff. I feel like because of everything that happened at the U19 level, at the McDonald's All-American, the Jordan brand, every event that all the incoming freshmen have played the last 4 months, no one's talking about him. And in my opinion, this is a guy that's a top five pick. He was one of the best players in this class, and literally no one's talking about him. And Mikael Brown was phenomenal in Sweden, don't get me wrong. I love Mikael Brown's game. I love what Louisville has going for them. It's hard for you, like hard for me to believe Darius Acuff's worse than him though, and he just isn't really being talked about because he didn't have the summer that some of the other ones had.
Think it's an incredible pick. I actually was thinking about him. I didn't ultimately go with him, but I absolutely was thinking about him. And I think it's the right pick. I I'm gonna buy into some off-season buzz. I'm gonna let my eyes do the talking for me here. There's one guy who has popped more on film than any player I have watched this year. And it's a Duke player. And it's a guy I just didn't even see coming. But Sebastian Wilkins. I think the Duke staff is trying to tell us something. And a year ago, they tried to tell us about Khan. And it was visible early. And we were all like, whoa, this dude's not supposed to be this involved. Is this good for Duke that he's that involved? We acted like it wasn't. Even in November, we were like, I want less Khan Knippel. No, Khan was incredible the whole year. We were wrong. Sebastian Wilkins has looked like Duke's second best player behind Boozer in everything they've put out. I don't know where it's coming from, but I know what my eyes see right now. He looks like their best wing, and I'm going to buy a huge breakout season that ultimately culminates in him being one of Duke's best players.
What's interesting about Duke is I feel like I could do five players from Duke I'm irrationally high on. I also could do five from Duke I think I'm irrationally low on too. They have a very like swing type of roster.
Yeah, I
My fifth
agree.
pick is again similar lens, a guy that's completely popped off on tape to me. I have no idea if he's actually going to play. Louisville doesn't really have a front court to me. I'm going to go with Muhammad Kamara. In every video they post, he pops off completely from the video. Freak athlete. He's involved in every play that's at the rim, basically. I don't know who else would play besides him, so I'm gonna take a chance on Muhammad Kamara.
I like it. I like it. And I think I've listened to you talk about Kamara a little bit. Louisville fans are trying to keep hinting at us too. They're like, "Whoa, check this dude out. He's doing things." I am going to. I think this is the only way this could have ended. You give me a Louisville guy, and now I give you a Kentucky guy, because I'm going with Braden Hawthorne, the guy
Okay.
everyone keeps comparing to Tayshaun Prince. I have no idea what his role will be this year, but I know this. Trent Noah started for this team last week. It ain't that hard on the wing at Kentucky right now to get a big role. And if Braden Hawthorne is actually Tayshaun Princey at all, he will be playing a lot for this team by December. I think he is the highest upside player on the entire team. And yes, that includes Jaden Quaintance. And yes, that sounds crazy, but this is our irrationally high list. I feel really good about this, Dion.
I love this list. I do want to say this in regards to Tayshaun Prince. I wish Otega Owe would just play a Tayshaun Prince role. I feel like that's beautiful for everybody.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of people asking us to watch Tayshaun college tape because they were like he was a do-it-all alpha, and we were just like that's not what he did in the league. But maybe you can be both. Maybe you can be that at Kentucky and be a role player in the league. Champion, by the way, NBA champion. Cohen Carr, Christian Anderson, Omier, Rob Wright, Adama Mara, Aaden Lewis, Darius Acuff, Sebastian Wilkins, Muhammad Kamara, Braden Hawthorne. A good mix of impact players with breakout candidates, but 10 guys that collectively Dion and I are irrationally high on.